Hello toppers, today the topic of discussion is rabies. In this video, we will be discussing in detail regarding the causation, then incubation period, then mode of transmission, then clinical features, then local wound treatment, and regarding the prophylaxis, pre-exposure and post-exposure, then other MCQs related to rabies. So the causative agent is Lysa virus type 1 and it is a bullet-shaped neurotropic RNA viruses. And regarding the incubation period, it is variable. It may vary from 4 days to many years. So now regarding mode of transmission, the first thing which will come in our mind is bite of rabid dog. So let's see what are all the other mode of transmission other than rabid dog. So other than rabid dog, we can see other animal bites like cats, monkeys, cow, goat, sheep, buffalo and horses except rat bite and human bite. And other licking in case of abraded skin or abraded or unabraded mucosa, then through aerosols, then person to person, even though it is rare, there is some possibility. Then corneal and organ transplantation also leads to the transmission of the rabies virus. Then which medium is considered to be an effective natural barrier against rabies? It is water. Then which area is considered to be rabies free? So if there is no cases in animal or man for the past 2 years, then the area would be declared as rabies free area. Then regarding the clinical features, the most important clinical feature is hydrophobia, and here rabies is considered to be a dead end infection in man, because dead end is nothing but beyond man it won't be getting spread or transmitted to any other organism. So the life of the virus will be ending with the man. Then hydrophobia as I had told, and then comes the pathognomic sign, that is Negri bodies. It is an intracytoplasmic eosinophilic inclusion body with basophilic granules in neuron, which we can see in hippocampus of brain. Then regarding street virus and fixed virus, don't get confused with this terminology. Street virus is nothing but the virus what we are studying. Like it will be coming from the animal and it will be causing the disease. That is considered to be street virus. And fixed virus is nothing but it is developed in the laboratory and it is used for vaccine preparation. Don't get confused with the street virus and fixed virus. Street virus is just obtained from the animal and it is causing the rabies disease. Okay. So Negri bodies will be forming in street virus only and there won't be Negri bodies in fixed virus. And you can check out the source also. Source naturally occurring in case of street virus and serial brain passage of SV in case of fixed virus. Like attenuation will be happening for vaccine preparation. So now dog bite or some animal bite had happened. So now we have to think about local wound treatment. What we will do? We have to cleanse it, flush and wash around the wound area with plenty of soap and running water for minimum 5 to 10 minutes. Then suturing is not recommended. If it is necessary, we can do after 24 to 48 hours later. Then anti-rabies serum local application with prior sensitivity testing. And then we can observe the animal for 10 days. So we had discussed regarding the local wound management. Now let us talk regarding the prophylaxis. So first, post-exposure intramuscular, that is SN regimen, and you have to memorize these days also. And in case of post-exposure intradermal, we can use updated Thai Red Cross regimen. That day also you have to memorize. And in case of post-exposure in vaccinated individuals, it is day 0 and 3. And pre-exposure prophylaxis, it is 0, 7, 21 or 28. Be clear with the timings. And regarding the type of contact, so category 1, If there is only touching or feeding of animal legs on intact skin, contact of intact skin with secretions or excretions of rabid animal or human case, then there is no need for any prophylaxis. And then in case of second category, if there is nibbling of uncovered skin, minor scratches or abrasions without bleeding, we can go for wound management and anti-rabies vaccine. And if in case of category 3, we will be having single or multiple transdermal bites or scratches, licks on broken skin, contamination of mucous membrane with saliva. In that case, we have to go for wound management, rabies immunoglobulin, anti-rabies vaccine. And then regarding egg allergy in vaccine, which is one of the most common encounter. So, what is the underlying reason causing this allergy? So, ovalbumin, it is a main protein in egg white, is responsible for the allergic reaction. Let's see what are all the vaccines which are contraindicated in egg allergy. First one, rabies vaccine, then yellow fever, then herpes simplex vaccine, then tick encephalitis vaccine, then MMR vaccine, and finally influenza vaccine. These vaccines are contraindicated in egg allergy. Then let's see regarding the other MCQs. First one, World Rabies Day. It's on 28th September. Then only communicable disease of man that is always fatal is rabies. Then Louis Pasteur had identified two vaccines, that is anthrax and rabies. And then the case fatality rate is 100%. Case fatality is nothing but the killing power of the disease, which will be directly proportional to the virulence of the organism. And the iceberg phenomenon is not shown in 4 disease condition. You can remember it as MTR. So M is measles, T is tetanus, and R is rubella or rabies. Thank you so much, toppers.